Andrew's in chat asking questions.
I didn't know anything about sounds to play. Was I supposed to do that? Like, no. Are you talking about like soundboard bullshit? I just do this because I get really bored. And I don't want to be like Jim. Whenever a podcast goes bad, he starts to be like, can I put it on another brand so my brand doesn't look like shit?
You dick.
That was my favorite Retrospects episode because I could tell really quickly it was not going Jim's way and it was not going anyone's way.
We've had a couple of those, but like for
we've had ones where guests were on and the guest was so fucking stupid and boring. Yes. You don't play them on a live stream, Andrew. I'm doing it just because I was fucking with the soundboard. We had a couple where the guest was either playing a video game and distracted, or didn't we do one while we were playing Sea of Thieves and it was just fucking horrible?
God, yeah. We're like, let's just.
I think we deleted that one though.
Yeah, but like 15 minutes into it, we're like, this is it, awful.
Like, it's okay whenever David plays a video game in the background because he doesn't give much to us anyways in the first place, so it's fine.
Well, he actually gives us a lot when he's not multitasking.
Exactly. So it
also
tones him. It also tones him down,
right?
Which, whenever we want to talk about something that he doesn't care about, he doesn't intentionally ruin it.
But I think it goes the other way. We talk about something he doesn't care about, and he wanders off and plays a game.
Hey, David, Apple sucks.
No, it doesn't. I'm paying attention.
What were we talking about earlier this week where he like admitted he's just a little baby bitch and was like, I hated Apple, and then all of a sudden I sucked their dick.
It was Stonks.
Yeah, we're talking about Stonks. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're talking about today. Welcome to Rant On, by the way. We're talking Stonks, and we're gonna play a game, and we're gonna talk about 2020 in review, the state of the podcast. And we're going to talk about 2021 and how Jim will try not to burn retrospects to the ground. And how he never wants me and Kevin to be on there again because we
Kevin
ruined
was
it.
the most pleasant part of that whole thing.
Well, fuck you too.
Oh, was Todd in a mood?
You weren't there, Todd.
I was there, you bitch.
Oh my god, that whole episode was.
Are you talking about the episode where you're like trying to pivot? I was definitely there.
The one with Kevin on it?
Yes.
Wow.
How do you not remember?
Because I blocked it out of my head.
That episode is maybe one of my favorite episodes of a show.
The worst episode.
I like how Todd loves it and Jim's like, no, this is...
That's because I realized real fast it was chaos. And then once Jim realized it, he was like, let me see if I can find a way out of having this go along with my brand that I've worked on to be very consistent. We talk about retro stuff and retro games. And all of a sudden, me and Kevin are talking about fucking Crocs on his podcast.
Fucking Crocs?
I don't remember that at all.
You were talking about your Crocs that you got for Christmas, and we were roasting you about it.
That. Yeah, I do remember.
Because for one, they were tie-dye.
Let me guess, Kevin was like, no, they're the best thing ever.
Probably.
No, he was talking about his, which are not
me?
actual Crocs.
Crocs are cheap.
Remember, his are like galoshes. Like, they're kind of like Sperry Croc hybrids.
Wait, so
yeah,
they're not actually,
he doesn't have real Crocs.
They're not Crocs.
Yeah, he's got like nice, like again, I hate to
Croc
use the
brand?
word, it's like tactical Crocs.
Tactical Crocs?
Tacticrocs.
That he puts his in all-wheel drive at all times.
Only when I leave the house do I put mine in all-wheel drive.
First of all, if I ever catch you in those, and you have any of those little pin things on them, I'm going to find a way to scrape them off of my foot.
I do have one on there.
Oh, jeer.
It's Alyssa bought for me. It's an otter because I love otters.
Why?
And then she's going to make me a Triforce too.
Are aquariums open?
For like 4 to 6 weeks, I had to advertise those things in emails. Yes, and every single time it was Croctober. It was Croctober.
My birthday month was the
6
best.
weeks.
Now it's officially Croctober.
Oh my god, dude! No, I was so annoyed every single time. I even had to make a GIF.
No, I meant Croctober.
You had to make a Croc GIF?
I had to make a Crocs GIF 4 to 5 times over.
I'm gonna need to go take a gas and shit again.
Croctober might be my new like band name.
What are those things called? Those
Crocs?
little bits.
Oh, we were talking about it. Hold on. Crocs.
What are they called? Do you remember?
No,
The
like
little
the
bits.
the pieces of flair that go on it.
Gibbets.
Gibbets.
Yeah.
Yeah, something
There you go.
stupid.
Stupid.
Let's learn
Wait,
about
there's
gibbets.
Croc flare?
They're
That's
literal-
what
no,
gibbets
Oh,
are.
Croc flare.
Yeah, they're gibbets.
Why?
Because listen, if you're ridiculous enough to wear Crocs,
Yeah,
which
Jim.
is apparently, then you're also ridiculous to be like, well, let me put some customized flair on there.
Oh
Ooh, why
god,
you
I've
guys-
seen people wearing them.
Why do you guys say it like that, Geoff?
Which with they're like $5 a piece.
I kind
I
of.
thought they were
Also-
more than that.
The price isn't the thing. It's just
Also-
wearing them in general.
Fun fact.
Okay.
We sold. Do you know who Luke Combs is? Anybody?
Yes, singer.
Yeah, he's that white dude.
Okay, they made Luke Combs
dude.
Crocs.
Okay.
And they made a huge ass deal about it. They're like, these things are gonna sell the fuck out.
How many they sell?
I can't go into those details.
Yeah.
So none.
Let me select my gibbets.
I can't go into those details.
Why'd you bring it up?
It was
because he wants to illustrate
because it was one of our best performing emails ever.
So just
So
so
that
you're
just
aware,
tells you.
the Post Malone Crocs are currently
Post
selling on
Malone?
eBay. Are currently selling on eBay for $1,500. The Justin Bieber Crocs are on here for $1,000. That's about the average.
But are they actually like a Justin Bieber line of Crocs, or are they
Yep.
like Crocs? That
They're
Justin
like
Bieber
they're
wore
like
one time?
special editions for him. There's one
Yeah.
called that's Chinatown Market. I don't know if that's a brand, but they're about $1,000.
Sounds like a nap on
The
Rainbow
Bad
Six.
Bunny Crocs. I know who Bad. They're
I'd
about
wear
$900
those.
bucks.
Oh,
So
no,
yeah, I
just
mean
like Bad Bunny.
there's lots of. I don't see Luke Combs Crocs on here though, but the Post Malone Crocs they're pricey.
That was like
That was a
an Academy
Croctober special.
exclusive.
That was a Croctober special. What's wrong with you?
The world is going to shit. And it all started with Crocs.
No, so like I said, on that podcast, that's whenever I knew things were going horrible. On this show that talks about retro video games, basically, and that's it. Whenever we started making fun of Jim and his Crocs for a good 20 minutes. And then all of a sudden, like, Jim's in the background being like, can we call this Rant On? I was like, huh.
But I didn't. Okay.
No,
But did I do it? No. I didn't.
No, because you're like, I can't put this out. It was just me and Kevin talking shit. And like Kevin would mute himself and disappear for 20 minutes. And it would start to steer the right way. Like it would start talking about topics that mattered. And like I would derail it. And I felt so bad. But at the same time, I didn't care. Because it was one of those podcasts that was like, can we do a podcast today? And
It was my fault. I owned it.
I know.
It's over.
But podcasts never. Did you hear that? Jim, it's okay. We all do these podcasts. That's why this show is shitty. hold on.
Shitty.
We have to do year in review. "2020 sucked."
Moving on.
Yeah, I looked up Pornhub in a review, and they didn't do it this year, so I ran out of
No.
ideas. I ran out of ideas really
But
fast.
they probably ran out of analyzing data.
They
They
probably
just
ran
go-
out of videos because they had to get rid of a lot of them because of the whole underage women thing.
Really? There was
Yeah.
You didn't hear about that?
No, I
Huge,
didn't.
huge deal.
So Wall Street,
So huge.
no,
I didn't hear about it.
New York Times ran an article, I think, about how there's a lot of, I don't remember what the term was, but it was basically like revenge porn and shit like that.
Yeah.
And it was uploaded non-consensually by the women.
Okay,
So
okay.
Pornhub changed their stance to the only videos on our site are from verified people. So you have to be a member of Pornhub that's verified before you can upload videos to it, or a company. So majority of the videos on that site are down. So that's probably why they didn't do a year in review thing. Also, this year was like the rise of OnlyFans, and that kind of probably wrecked Pornhub in terms of money. Because I remember last year the searches were like a bunch of celebrities, which it is almost every year. But like this year it's fucking, oh, if this person has an OnlyFans, why do you need to go to Pornhub? So that's what I thought was funny. Now on to the main subject. David, what did you call April O'Neil's boobs again?
I said they look like egg drops. I guess that's what I called it. I was trying to say egg on a nail.
What is that?
Egg on a nail. How do you put an egg on a nail?
Which I tried to explain that to Julia, and she still was just extremely confused. Because I don't understand, like, first off, who puts eggs on nails?
I'm just
David,
saying, like,
apparently
I don't know. It's just that's the only way I can describe it.
But like, no,
David, how do you crack an egg?
That's fucking weird, David.
Single-handedly?
Do you use a nail for that process?
I mean, you can.
Is
But
there
no,
a,
but
is
no,
there
like,
a
is
nail
it-
in the
is it,
middle
like,
of the pan that you
typical?
cook your eggs in?
No, absolutely not.
Then
I'm
why?
saying-
How is that a thing in your mind?
I don't know. My
Also,
mind
why
works
did I
in
find a
mysterious
stock
ways.
photo of it very fast?
Because there's a stock photo of everything.
No, but that's a fried egg. First off, it's
Okay,
fully
well,
cooked.
David never specified. What kind of egg was it?
No, in my mind, he literally is saying he takes an
He
egg.
did say crack an egg and put it on a
Yeah,
nail.
exactly.
Oh.
Cracks an egg on the nail.
What about like that?
No, it's dumb. Don't ever speak about this again, David.
So were you talking about her boob shape
Yes.
or like her areola?
No, her boob shape.
So you just mean sloping.
I guess you can call it sloping. To me, it just
I
mean,
forgot.
obviously, you're describing things about cracking
Oh,
eggs on
I'm
nails.
so
So
uncomfortable right now.
why?
why?
I don't know. I feel weird talking about this.
We're talking about
Natural
Oops.
things.
Okay.
mommy milkers.
Oh.
That just made it worse.
Why? Oh god.
Jim, I've seen the stuff you look at on TikTok. Don't act like you're innocent here.
I sent half of it to you.
Well, I just drove off. And
David's playing Cyberpunk for
I
people
am
that don't know.
playing I'm playing Cyberpunk.
They had their big update. I wonder how it is. I haven't played it.
I will tell you that I came out of my apartment. This is the first time I played it because I was like, I'm going to wait for this big update. Walked out of my apartment. The car was in the road. And when I mean in the road, I'm talking about halfway. The model was halfway in the road. I got in the car. The car went up 45 feet in the air, dropped straight down, and killed somebody.
So, did you ever have the bug where, like, as you were driving, the cars would drop from the sky?
No, I never had that
Oh,
problem.
I had that all the time. Oh, well.
Yeah, listen, there's supposed to be another big update.
They already dropped the hot patch for it.
Right. So,
And so now I can go to random areas and get my badass gear again. Fix the drops.
I mean, I didn't have anything that was like critically wrong before.
I mean, other than RTX breaking every time I load the game, I had no problems with it.
Ooh, do I want to wear these horror
So,
boots?
Horcruxes?
Horror boots.
But to be fair, RTX has never worked for you, right? Like, not properly.
It worked in Minecraft,
And then Crypt.
but it also, like, taxed the card like crazy.
Yeah, but RTX in general,
Yeah.
It
sucks.
it's pretty rough. That's why I'm actually curious if they have RTX turned on for the PlayStation 5, because Control is coming to PlayStation 5 for free next
No.
month.
Yeah, no one cares.
The Ultimate Edition.
Yes,
No one
PS5.
cares about your egg drop tits, David. Shut the fuck up.
Hey,
They're
don't
not
talk.
my
Don't talk about
tits,
April like
so.
that. She's a treasure.
Is she?
Yeah,
How is she a treasure, Todd?
she does anything that you find nostalgic. There's a porn parody of it, and most likely she was involved.
Wait,
That makes-
what?
Yeah.
So, okay, hold on. Let me think of something really nostalgic.
Okay.
Rugrats.
Spider-Man the porn.
What? Rugrats?
Yeah, she played
There's
Angelica.
absolutely a Rugrats porn parody.
I feel like that's wrong. Why would you say something like that?
I mean, it's nostalgic. You said name anything nostalgic.
I mean,
All right, I'm turning on incognito.
It's called Tugrats.
Fuck. Of course there is.
It is called Tugrats.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Ha.
Oh.
Why did I need to know this?
This is awkward.
Are you looking it up, Jeff?
I mean, it was an incognito mode, but yeah. I
What?
don't need that in my
Don't be a
history.
bitch. Put it up on your.
Hell no.
Here's a YouTube trailer of it. Let's
Come to
watch
the
together.
Facebook, Jeff.
Let's watch together. YouTube trailer.
It's like, hell no.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's
Oh
just
dear God.
no.
Oh dear God.
What are you doing?
The circle underneath the.
Why?
The company's called Wood Rocket, which is one of my favorite titles
It's on my
ever.
back.
Use boner pills.
Oh,
Two's
God.
boner pills. This is horrific.
You're the one who put it on here.
Michael's the one who brought it up.
Dude, the ball guy wearing the diaper just looks so fucking
What the
awkward.
What are we watching?
Oh no! Why is he staring? He's spiking the camera, and it freaked me out a little bit. This is weird. Gary's watch. Shut up, Michael. Wait, was that April O'Neil? Wait a minute. I just saw the picture of Dee
Is
Dee.
your claim real?
I saw a picture of Dee Dee, and it looked like her.
I'm sure.
Or was that Angelica? No, or not Angelica. What was the doll's name? Hello, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's April O'Neil right there. As the
Well, there you
mom.
go.
As the mom.
There you
I
go.
have been
All I
proven
see
correct.
is Alex Chance. So yeah.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus.
So, guys, I bought that limited run game Scott Pilgrim thing.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. It's going to take 8 years to ship, probably.
I got the step down from you, but man, that's gonna look killer.
And then I'm going to have nowhere to put it. And then I'm going to give Nick the game.
So, wait, where when is the pre-orders shut down?
Pre-orders close Sunday, February 28th.
Yeah, I might.
And then it says it's like 2 months after that, or 4 months or some shit. Oh, products are typically not expected to ship until 4 or 5 months after the pre-order window closes.
I guess I have to.
It'll
get it
show up
for,
in July. Switch or PlayStation. That's it.
Yeah, I guess I'd have to get it for the Switch because I don't think it'll work on PS5.
You never know. It's a remake. It's a brand new game.
Yeah, I'd probably rather just get it on the Switch though.
Jim, how many things have you bought from Limited Run?
So this Ease Origins,
I'm actually really disappointed.
Streets of Rage 4, and that's it. Honestly, that's Shantae.
Okay. What were you
really
saying, Jeff?
disappointed because like they had
Ooh.
limited run editions of the Jack and Daxter games,
Oh.
and like after the fact, and I was so disappointed to miss out on that. Like they made like a for PlayStation 4.
I've never played any of the Jack and Daxter games. And I feel like I
I
fucked
played
up.
them on the PSP and the Vita.
I feel like I fucked up not playing those.
Well, it's kind of weird because like the first and like it's a vast departure. Like you play the first one, you're like, kind of a kid's game, and then you get to the second one, and like tonally, it's completely different. And for some people,
Jack and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, Spyro, like all those are, I guess they're marketed towards kids, but they're fucking killer games.
I would have bought the shit out of this.
see, I never
for
got
PC.
into Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, I like Ratchet and Clank more than I like Jack and Daxter.
One of them is made by Insomniac, right?
I believe Ratchet and Clank.
Well, same with Naughty Dog makes Jack and Daxter.
That's right.
Yeah.
The two big Sony peoples.
Yeah.
I forgot about them re-releasing Episode 1 Racer last gen.
PSA for people who are trying to play Jack and Daxter on PS4.
Don't.
Yeah, don't do that.
Is it bad?
It like Jack 2 like broke 15 minutes into me playing it.
Huh. Oh, no, my trivia. So we'll be playing trivia later just because I'm bored. And I thought it was cool because we've never done that. And I've always wanted to make a game show and I've thought about working on that this year.
Maybe we could talk about.
I wanted to talk about Jeff's Harry Potter bullshit.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
So for those of you watching the Twitch stream earlier, twitch.tv/RankTeamMedia, thank you for watching.
And we apologize.
Also that. Please give us a follow. We are going for affiliate this year. Between us and Retrospects, we will easily get it. We need like 5 more subs, I think. I'm sorry, 8 more subs. Or not subs, followers, and then we'll unlock affiliate if we keep up with our current pace.
Following's free, guys.
Following's free. We won't ask you for money unless it's for charity most of the time. But anyways, so Geoff was playing basically Second Life Harry Potter.
Yeah, it was
and it was
bad.
weird.
So and Michael,
where did you find this?
So first off, if you just load up Gary's mod in multiplayer, like it'll just show you like a whole bunch of different game modes.
The server browser, yeah.
So there's Harry Potter role playing. There's a Star Wars one. By the way, Julia just looked and she said that she would describe this as not fake. For April O'Neil.
April O'Neil, yeah, they're definitely not.
But basically, like it's very. If you log on to a role playing server, it's very fucking strict most of the time. This like the Harry Potter one wasn't that strict at all. But I played a Star Wars one where as soon as I logged in, a guy was like, "All right, you have to stand against the wall for 5 minutes before I can talk."
What?
Maybe that's why you couldn't talk.
And if you didn't stand up against the wall, he would shock you until you die.
There it is.
And you just keep respawning over and over again. He's like, "All right, you're gonna finally listen to me? Cool."
Maybe he was just like a dom in real life, and
I
he
don't
wanted
know,
a new bitch.
But like the
Harry
Potter one was
interesting.
Pretty rough. It took about 20 minutes to download first off.
How big was it?
It's like 5 gigs.
Right.
But it was downloading from
that's bigger than Gary's mod.
But it was their server. So it was like it was not like spread out over across multiple servers, so it took forever.
Gotcha.
But yeah, like not very much instruction when you log on. You just kind of have to fucking figure it out as you go. Which is why I was like perpetually confused the entire round.
It was bad.
I don't know.
It had like class schedules.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still really, really excited for that Harry Potter RPG that's going to be coming out.
The Rocksteady one?
Avalanche Studios, I think, is the one that's doing it.
The Just Cause people?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm always excited to try. I like that world. I don't like the person that made it, but I like that world. Granted, I never saw the second Fantastic Beasts movie because
Johnny Depp.
I could care less about that.
Second one was okay.
He was proven innocent, I think. I don't remember. Second one was okay.
Second one was okay. It's the so first off, we could get into that whole thing about her transphobic comments and all that jazz if we really wanted to.
But she made Dumbledore gay.
No, it's like so she wrote 1 through 7, in which I firmly believe she had like a clear like this is what my story will be. And then after that, she was like, all right, I still want to be like a part of this universe. Let me start tinkering a little bit.
Because I can't let go.
And then she tinkered just a little bit too much. And then they're like, hey, do you have like any other stories you want to talk about? And she's like, yes. And then she kind of made something up on the spot.
No, she didn't. She told the story of Dumbledore's gayness.
Greg Louganis.
I don't know. Like
and maybe that's why Johnny Depp is no longer in the game or in the movie. They don't want to watch. You don't want to watch the two guys doing things.
I mean, arguably, they got a much better actor to fill his role.
Who?
Mads Mikkelsen.
Wow, try that again.
I got there at the end.
Is that the guy from that one movie?
Hannibal.
What?
I was
just
gonna
found
say
a
Doctor
really
Strange, but
weird
Doctor
list of this
Strange,
game.
Rogue One.
Ow.
So I mean, I'm excited in that regard. I don't know. I've always wanted a Harry Potter RPG game for like forever because I think that would be really fucking cool.
yeah,
We almost had one with Hogwarts, like Mystery at Hogwarts, the mobile game.
the Niantic game.
No, the it's like a
Hogwarts Mystery
separate.
wasn't even close to what you wanted, though.
No, it wasn't, because when you logged on, it had a story and all that jazz, and then they're like, "We're gonna fucking make this a goddamn grind for every single thing that you want to do." It was like Farmville, but Harry Potter edition.
Oh yeah, Farmville is great.
And it bugged the fuck out of me. I uninstalled so quickly.
Farmville died a couple weeks ago.
It did.
For real?
I mean, like,
with Flash.
but like the Harry Potter games as a whole have always been kind of shitty. Like there hasn't really been a good Harry Potter.
The
game.
Lego ones, though.
The Lego ones are all right. I wouldn't say like they're the best.
The Lego games don't. They're all Lego games. They're not Harry Potter games. They're
Yeah.
Harry Potter skinned Lego games.
Which are better than the other games. So,
Which I will admit, like I enjoyed playing those just because the humor was kind of great. Like they did little things with the story that were funny.
yeah,
But like I wanted like, proper like
Oh my
just
God.
Harry Potter game in which you could do spells and shit and open world. Like that would be
Expelliarmus.
great, I think.
I just can't wait for them. I hope there's like multiplayer in it. In the
I
in the
don't
new
know.
one.
I mean, that'd be kind of
And
interesting.
then I fucking hope that a bunch of nerds like get really good at like the wizard sparring bullshit that they showed in the movies, and then they kind of like bully other people because this is their time. They're like,
This is
I
their
can
time.
fire off Expelliarmus faster than you. Fuck you. That's what I hope, and I hope that they get all the bitches that they deserve for doing that.
Yeah, I don't know. I have some hope for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been worked on for a long time. The leaked footage that they showed, pretty great. I just hope it, really lives up to what they're supposed to. There's not a lot coming out this year that I'm like, I want to play. There's nothing out there that's been like amazing.
That's what I was about to ask you. Is there any piece of media that you were looking forward to this year?
No, because it's kind of that weird thing. Like we got through 2020.
Did we though?
Barely, with like new content. And then I would say towards the latter half of 2020, COVID hit. And then everybody was like, oh, we have to start pushing our shit back. So there's a lot of stuff that like would have happened in 2021, I think, but has now been pushed back further and further.
Yeah.
So we're kind of in this weird, awkward space where we have like brand new consoles, but they probably won't have brand new first party titles for a while. Like God of War Ragnarok, which they still haven't confirmed as the title. They're like, yeah, it's coming out in 2021, maybe now 2022, maybe 2023.
Maybe never.
I'm kind of excited to see where Cyberpunk 2077 goes.
Are you though?
Yeah, I think they're supposed to be releasing a bunch of free DLC after a bit, and I think they're kind of taking the No Man's Sky approach.
Where they shut up for a while and then put out updates and hope that people love them afterwards.
Yeah, except they don't.
They don't shut up. That's the problem.
Because Jason Schreier like exposes them and says, "Hey,
Jason Schreier, the biggest exposer.
bad things happened here."
That was inappropriate sounding. David, do you have any media that you're excited for this year?
No, everything's getting pushed back. I'm kind of pissed off about it. Strictly speaking, in terms of movies,
Any games? Any TV shows?
I'm looking forward to Mario 3D World for the Switch.
Mario 3D, like the Wii U game?
Yep.
Oh, are they putting it out on Switch?
Yep.
Oh shit, I'll buy that. I don't know where my Switch is, but I'll buy that. Michael, is there anything coming out this year that you're really excited for?
No,
Yeah.
I have trouble expecting things to come out currently. Until the vaccine is well distributed and people start working normally again.
I just put myself on the wait list
For what?
for the vaccine.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm obese. I can get on that list.
You're more
Oh yeah, I need to
obese.
sign up for that.
Yeah.
Jim, anything for you?
Ease 9, Monster Nox for the Switch that comes out this summer. Shin Megami Tensei 5 and Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne coming out this summer too.
That's a remake, right? That's 3.
Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne is a remake. Yes, two game. Shin Megami Tensei 5 was like announced as a Switch launch title, exclusive to the Switch, and it's just now like coming out.
Okay.
And as far as movies goes, I have no idea. The new James Bond, if it decides it wants to come out.
Is that coming out this year?
They're
supposed
pegging
to,
it,
right?
They're pegging
they-
it for November at
I
this
thought they
point.
pushed it back again for 2022.
No.
I haven't heard that.
All right. Well, watch this. Speaking of movies, talk about AMC and STONKS.
Okay.
We're doing this because we at Ranty Media are your friend. And if you don't know what the hell STONKS are and Wall Street Bets and all this shit, or if you want to play this for your family members that are really confused as to what the hell's going on, we're going to give you a brief overview of Wall Street Bets, what has been happening, and why you should not do this, because it's probably a bad idea. If you're just a normal homie, it'll probably fuck you over. All right, so stocks, you know what a stock is. Cool, we're moving on from that. Reddit, it's a message board. That's the easiest way I'm going to explain it. Message board. In said message board, there's a subgroup called Wall Street Bets, where a bunch of bros talk about, hey, let's manipulate the stock market by buying a bunch, waiting for analysts to jump on it because suddenly a lot of people bought it. The market skyrockets on that particular stock, and then they sell. That's how Wall Street Bets works. Recently, they targeted GameStop because GameStop is dying and their stock has been the shitter. So Wall Street Bets chose GameStop, and that stock multiplied by 20, if I remember right. I believe it was a factor of 20. And then hedge fund owners got pissed off about it because it was now being valuated weird, and hedge fund owners were doing something called short selling, which is basically taking a loan out on a stock, and whenever, in theory, if it goes bad, you make money. If it goes good, you lose money because then you have to buy more. Long story short is a bunch of fucking nerds on Reddit are causing a bunch of issues with GameStop, AMC, what other ones? BlackBerry.
Yeah, any I would consider like any underdog
Tech or games or
stock. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well, any stock that they were trying to short anyway.
Yeah. So here's the deal. I'm not a broker. I'm not a financial expert. Don't go crazy on this because it probably will bite you in the ass. Because unless you're in that subreddit, which is locked now, as far as I remember, I checked yesterday, you can't see when they're about to tell you sell.
It's also
And they have a Discord, which is also shut down.
yeah.
Or locked out. In general, they're making it extremely volatile, which is not what you want to be involved in. If you want to if you want to, on a very micro level, see what this actually looks like in practice, you can look at Dogecoin, which, if you don't know, Dogecoin is a cryptocurrency. God, I don't want to go over cryptocurrency. I think we have a Gadget Inspectors episode about it from years ago. Look it up, please.
just want to interject that Wall Street Bets is open now.
Wall Street Bets is back open. Okay.
It is back open now.
I would still avoid anything that they're doing. If you want to see like a micro version of it, look at Dogecoin. Dogecoin is a cryptocurrency, but it's always been very, 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 very low price. And whenever I say low price, I mean it was for a long time less than 2 cents.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Wall Street Bets and Reddit and in general was like, let's go. And this is the meme, to the moon. And it's a picture of a Shiba on a rocket going to the moon. So in the last 3 days, the stock has gone from 1 cent to 4 cents, basically. So theoretically, if you put enough money in there, you tripled your money.
Oh, quadrupled.
Quadrupled, triple, yeah. I did it just to see what happened. I put money in there 2 or 3 days ago, and within 2 hours, I put in $50. I had made $8. So if you want to see how this volatility works, you can look at Dogecoin. You can play with it. Right now, it's at it's at 2.9 cents. You heard me correctly. 2.9 cents, so almost 3 cents.
Get 10 shares for 29 cents.
Yeah, 10 shares for 29 cents. Throw in $1 and you have a lot of fucking Dogecoin. I put in $50 and it was like, you have so many Dogecoins. And it's really cool. But again, this is a meme. At any point, Reddit could be like, back into the ground with you and it dies. We just wanted to we were talking about it earlier as a group and how stupid it is and how Geoff has gotten a bunch of people being like, explain to me what's going on with the GameStop.
Not only that, but I've had so many people that are like, all right, how do I get in on this? Like,
you don't do it.
Because
it's too late.
It's too late.
Because they're like, oh, GameStop, that's something Geoff likes. He must know about it. And like, yes, while I do know about it,
it's a horrible company.
It's a horrible company. I would not support it. And B, like, I'm sorry, but there's a reason why it's not a good idea to do it now.
Yeah.
A, I don't think you can even do it. If you can, it's very volatile to do so. Did you get into Robinhood at all? I apologize if you did.
Yeah, I have Robinhood. I've been using it for years.
Well, I mean, did you get into what happened?
No, we're about to go over that.
Okay.
High level. Okay, so here's how this goes. Normal people, this is again, we're talking to your moms, maybe you're not financially savvy, cousins, people that are coming to you because let's be realistic, most of our listeners are technologically savvy or know someone that is, and they probably come to you about it. Because my mother asked me about it. My hairdresser asked me about it. Like, I was literally getting my hair cut, and I pulled out my phone real quick, and she saw the Robinhood logo and, like, started asking me questions. And that was the day I was fucking around with Dogecoin. And she's like, what is that? I was like, you don't want none of this shit. I was like, very Dewey Cox. You don't want none of this shit, Dewey. So here's the thing. There's a couple ways to buy stocks that are simple and really easy to use. One of the biggest ones out there is Robinhood. It's an app on your phone. They give you a free stock usually whenever you first sign up. Hell, we might throw a referral link. Hey, David, your mic's open. Hell, we probably have a referral link. One of us does. And you can buy and sell from your phone. It's really, really simple. So here's the thing. Whenever Reddit, Wall Street Bets and all this started going off on GameStop and AMC and what was the other one?
Best Buy.
Were they really going after Best Buy?
I mean, they jumped on Best Buy,
should.
I think, because Best Buy's been kind of...
It's been up and down recently.
It's been up and down recently, but Best Buy was less about the revenge thing and more about the money-making side.
Yeah. So Let me pull up the news story. Come on, CBS or CNBC. Sorry. So basically, whenever this was happening, hedge fund owners that were also invested in GameStop and all these companies started putting pressure on Robinhood, because Robinhood was one of the main ways people were buying and selling these stocks. And at one point, Robinhood completely stopped letting you buy or sell.
No, they never restricted sell.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. They restricted you from buying GameStop and AMC.
Yes.
So if you see in the news GME and AMC, that's GameStop and AMC. And it caused quite an uproar because that's not a free and open market. So much so that AOC and Ted Cruz and Donald Trump Jr. all fucking agreed on something. I don't know how. Let's see. Amateur investors using Robinhood and other apps bid up heavily shorted stocks and causes GameStop shares to skyrocket 400% in the past week. GameStop was near bankruptcy like 2 months ago. And because of this, technically they're valued higher now. Robinhood initially told investors they could only sell and not buy new shares in certain companies that were attracting attention from retail traders on Reddit. The online brokerage is now allowing clients to buy only a single share of GameStop. That's stupid. A total of 50 securities are now restricted from the stock trading app. And the quote from Robinhood said, "It was not because we wanted to stop people from buying these stocks," which is a lie.
Absolutely a lie.
They're being pressured by hedge fund owners and that kind of thing.
You mean the company that owns them?
Yeah. Quote, "We did this because of the required amount we had to deposit with the clearinghouse was so large, with the individual volatile securities accounting for hundreds of millions of dollars in deposit requirements, that we had to take steps to limit buying in those volatile securities to ensure we could comfortably meet our requirements." That's bullshit, but you know. So because of that, within the last few days, other stock trading apps have blown up. But again, this is Todd. This is my opinion only. Don't fuck with this shit. It's a bad idea.
Yeah.
So I think a part of the reason why Robinhood did what they did was to protect the consumer, because we have no idea when the bubble will pop, and a lot of people aren't going to be.
But that's how the market works,
right? But the thing is, though, and I understand that. I'm not claiming, but here's the thing, though. Robinhood has already had a suicide on their conscience because of the fact that they didn't explain the way that their how their dividends work or something like that. I can't remember the exact scenario.
I could tell you right now, Robinhood does not give two shits about the suicide.
They
only care that it got tied to them in the media.
Right. I'm not saying
it's
they
not
care
on their
about
conscience.
the person.
It's in their PR department.
Right. And so I don't think they're going to want that kind of again. So I'm pretty sure that's why they blocked what they did, because they're probably afraid it's going to happen again.
I don't know. Look, like I said, the reason why we're talking about this is because we know you probably have someone in your life asking you about it. Don't do it. It's a risk that you don't want to take. Let GameStop die for all I care. AMC can die too for all I care too.
Let's be real here. Like, AMC and GameStop were always on the cusp of dying anyways.
Right, which is why they were the targets.
Right. This is such a short-term thing that it just doesn't make any sense to keep doing it. So if you're going to get
to drop again.
Right. If you're going to get into investing,
do something safe.
I heartily suggest talking to a financial advisor. I personally use Edward Jones. You can use someone else if you really want to, but their major concern is you spending for the long term. Like they're working towards your retirement. They're going to invest in something that's really conservative. If you're trying to be a day trader and just kind of be like, you know what, I'm going to invest all my got into Tesla, for instance. I mean, cool. It's probably not going to work in your favor that way. I've literally seen people that are like, I've invested my life savings into, this whole GameStop fiasco, which is terrifying to me. $40,000 to $50,000. Not only that, I've seen people who are like, yeah, I totally paid off my student loans with this and shit. Here's the thing. You make money, you get taxed on that later. That's not just like free money that comes in. The IRS is going to come for your ass if all of a sudden you make, $40,000. Guess what? You get taxed on that. And in fact, you've probably put yourself in a new tax bracket, so you get taxed even higher. And
well, you don't get taxed higher. You get taxed higher on what you make
on what you made
bracket.
over the bracket. Yeah.
Yes, but you would So like, there's going to be an adjustment, right? So a lot of people are just like, that's fine. I'll pay the taxes on it, and then they can't afford it. So now they're like fucking in the hole, in debt to the government. So you basically just switched your debt at that point.
Look, buy Tesla, buy Apple, buy fuck.
So like right now, and I know this
also
sounds like
buy them when they dip. Do not go buy them when they're soaring.
Right.
Like right now, this, even though we're talking about like good financial advice, I'm signing up for an E-Trade account right now as we're talking. But that does not necessarily mean I'm going to go ham and be like, all right, let me invest in some Dogecoin and blah, blah, blah. My first deposit is $5.
Let me tell you a brand not to buy. World Wrestling Entertainment. Don't buy that. You want to know why? Because I keep losing money on it.
Hey, you don't lose money till you sell it.
Yeah, that's the worst part. It just keeps pointing downwards, though, so I never sell it.
And to be honest with you, it's always best practice. Once you invest it, just know that
just sit on it.
Not only that, it's just know that
money is gone.
It's gone. You've lost it, and you will most likely never get it back.
I felt like such the asshole whenever, as a joke, I threw in $50 in Dogecoin. I was like, I'm a fucking idiot. What am I doing? I could have done anything else with that.
But you threw $50 into Dogecoin as a joke, as a meme.
Yep.
Did you absolutely need that $50?
No, it was actually from selling something that I just sold.
Okay, so that is the same as walking into a casino with $50 in your pocket with the intent of dropping it on table or for chips on tables,
put it on red,
or putting it into slot machines.
Yeah.
Like if you walk out of there without that $50, you're not gonna be worried.
I'm not gonna
paying
hurt
rent.
Yeah. So I did it because a friend of mine was like, put it in Dogecoin. He's like, at the time it was like 1.8 cents. It's like, all right, whatever. I threw it in there, and I just kind of stared at the Robinhood app for another hour and a half because I was like, oh my god, it keeps moving. And eventually it got to like 2.5 cents, and I was like, I can't. This is too stressful, and I sold it all. And I made $8, so I was like, cool, yay me. But again, that's why I can't do it. Fucking put it in an IRA. Put it in a managed fund.
Exactly.
Anything other than staring at Robinhood, that is stressful and it won't help you.
Because literally, when I left my last job, I had money in my 401k, and they're like, "Look, you can take it out now if you want. You have to take a heavy tax hit. The best way to do it would be to roll it over, rather roll it into your next job, or you can put it into a managed fund to where they mess with it and it gets better and you don't touch it. That there's no penalty for that."
Yeah.
So I opted. I said, you know what? Fuck it. Let me just move over to a separate fund, and we'll let the new company 401k kind of grow on its own separate account. I can already tell you, like, it's already diversified into other things, which has grown at least 10 to 15% over what I put in. So like that's awesome.
Oh, I didn't even think about this. Here, let us help you more. If you would like to put money into the stock market a bit safer and you have no idea what you're doing, there's apps for that. Acorns.
Acorns. Fantastic.
Acorns has Acorns Now and Acorns Later. One is an IRA, right? Like Acorns Later is like an IRA.
Acorns Later is you can do a traditional Roth IRA or you can do a different IRA. I can't remember the exact type. Now, it's important to note that Later is basically an IRA. You don't touch that.
Or else you get taxed out.
You get taxed on it, and it's a huge penalty.
I had to take that out a few years ago, and I was the
invest portion, you should leave it in there, but you can technically take it out at any time, and it's not a huge ordeal.
Geoff, off the top of your head, can you think of anything on that site that like I shouldn't show? No, okay. I haven't seen anything. Cool. No. So this is the Acorns homepage. If you're watching the stream or if you're watching the recording, basically it works like this. You can, David, your mic is sensitive again.
Oh, sorry.
Basically it works like this. You can tie your credit or debit cards to it, and it can take the additional cents off the dollar. So like you spend 68 cents and it takes off the rest after rounding it up to $1. You can also just directly throw money into it and it saves it. It's
and
really
like,
helpful.
A lot of banks do that where they just throw it into your savings account too.
Right.
If you don't want a separate account.
Correct. So Geoff and I don't know about the rest of the guys who've been using Acorns for years. Basically, you just turn it on. I have a recurring $5 every Friday, and I have roundups on, and I think I have roundups like times 3. I think, and it just saves. And right now, I have $142. I've taken out money recently because this is how I purchased my computer, and whenever I want to splurge on something, you can do this. Not really recommended. You would like your money to grow more, but it is a way to do it. This is the now portion, the invest portion. The later portion, their website's not that great. Your later value, so it has different types of portfolios. This one's based off of my age. And it tells you, hey, based off your age, you can invest a little bit differently than someone's a little bit older because maybe they need more safe bets and not lose. But since I'm younger, I can probably take a bigger hit and then recover in the long run. So this is a really cool thing to look at.
I think it's actually the
other way around. I'm sorry. I think you
have more time. You don't need to make the money immediately.
Yeah. So right now it shows large company stocks is 47% of my portfolio. Small company stocks is 3%. Short-term U.S. bonds is 6%. Medium company stocks 6%. International company stocks, U.S. aggregate bonds, and it breaks down. It says, "Hey, this is what's been going on." It tells you what.
Can I interject real quick?
Yeah, what's up?
I haven't really said much lately, so I completely forgot about Acorns, and then I just logged in. Just by doing a $1 reoccurring and like the roundup, I got like $250 in here that I had no idea was in here.
I mean, Geoff at one point had like $2,000.
I've been ignoring mine for about a year now.
Yeah,
it's been about a year for me too.
Mine's at $671.
Yeah. I mean,
I also do a $10. I think it's $10 monthly.
I do a $5 weekly, and then that's 3 times.
On my invest, and I actually just upped this because it was $20 before. I do $25 every Thursday in my invest account, and then later
every Thursday
because that's my
because he gets paid.
That's my paycheck.
He gets paid weird,
right?
Yeah.
And then in my later account, I do $15 every Monday. And you can also change your preferences for like, how aggressive you want your portfolio to be. I set mine to aggressive just because I like to have it kind of diversified. But there's also, if you have kids, They just added.
I saw that early.
Kids function. Now that's
where you invest in your kid's name, though, is it not?
Yeah, until they become a minor or of age. So you can actually transfer that at any time, though. So you can be like, all right, on age 8, when you turn 18,
okay, so your name is still on that account. Okay,
until they turn 18.
Yeah,
easily hand over account when the child is an adult.
There is a surcharge for that per month. It's $5 a month, which is like nothing if you think about it, considering that they're investing for you.
That seems a bit silly if you're not making $5 a month on it.
Right.
That is not like a If your roundups aren't covering, like you need to be profiting $5 a month if you're going to be signing up for something that costs you $5 a month.
Yeah. So, I mean,
that's my issue with Acorns right now. Is their fees are high.
They are. Whenever we were talking about the later thing, it's a Vanguard account. Apparently, I had no idea it was a Vanguard. Thing. Shit. I mean, this is easy. If you want to start working on like a nest egg or an emergency fund, which is what I use this for whenever I'm not like saving up for something. This is my emergency fund.
I definitely use the invest account for like major purchases if I really have to. But like we were talking about, the invest is much different than the later.
Yeah.
You invest, you can safely pull that out. If you made any money on it, you do owe taxes on that. That's just how it works. But like last year I had $1,400 sitting in it for my computer parts. Yanked it out, was able to buy, computer parts. I'll probably do the same thing for a graphics card next year.
If they ever show up.
Also,
they give you money if you buy with specific things.
Yeah. They'll invest. So it's definitely worth looking into just for that at least.
Like I get money for Dollar Shave Club because I buy my Dollar Shave Club with the card. And then also Apple's on here. I've made money and I've gotten extra money for doing Airbnb multiple times.
I really need to use my card more.
Yeah.
Because I barely use that at all.
Yeah. That was our Rant On Helps People segment. We felt like doing this because...
And we are not financial advisors.
We're not. That's why we're telling you to let smart things like computers and Vanguard and all these things fix
also,
it for you.
if you have a 401k at work, I know it really sucks when you get your paycheck and you look at it and go,
half of it gone.
Ugh. Like when I first signed up for my new job, they defaulted to 10%. And
what?
Yes, they defaulted to 10%.
Fuck.
Which,
I was upset when Best Buy was like 2%.
Which
no,
hurts. But they're like, hey, look, they actually did it to where they allow you to choose the amount at any point, of course.
Right.
But they also match.
How much did they match? Up to 10?
No, they match however much you want.
What?
Yes.
So if you put 100% of your
check,
you put
100%, they
you
would
cannot
match
put
that.
100%.
It's
there
what
are limits.
It's
there's IRS limits, right?
It's like what, 25%? I thought. Or is it a dollar amount?
I can't remember the specifics, but there is an IRS limit per year.
Hold on, look it up.
Okay. But
your limit is $19,500 before the age of 50. So $19,500 per year if you are under the age of 50.
Yeah.
Huh. Cool.
But so they're doing a thing where they automatically are ramping people back up to 10% if they haven't like messed with it recently. So I mean, I upped mine to 6% recently, like last paycheck.
All right, rich boy.
It sucked, dude. I'm not gonna lie, it sucked. But at the same time, they're like, hey, if you did this is what your potential retirement age was. And I was like, fuck, I can work with that. It was like 42.
At this point, I might as well.
Wait. What do you consider, like, how much are you putting away for retirement, though?
6% of my paycheck, which is matched. So it's 12% by
like
the
dollar amount I'm talking about.
Oh, fuck.
Tree fitty.
That's a lot, dude. That's like spread out. I got a lot spread out over different things.
No,
so.
I'm just like, what's your goal? I guess is really what I'm trying to say.
Well, okay, let me put
$250,000, $500,000.
Let me put it this way:
$1 billion.
They were with what I put in there.
Lord.
They were like, "Hey, you're going to be spending $8,000 a month."
Ugh.
Like that was what their barometer was, and they're like, "Okay, if you want to spend $8,000 a month, here's how much money you should put in."
I wonder if it's the same barometer that fucking Best Buy uses, where they shame me every time I open the 401k page.
Yeah,
it's like, you're not ready to retire.
doubt.
Well, no shit, I'm 30.
No doubt.
What do you fucking expect?
Yeah, but like when I saw that, I was like, "Well, I can kind of afford that, so let me just do it and not worry about it."
Invest as much as you can now.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, because after
the
kids
earlier
and
you
after
start,
all that,
the better.
Yeah, because after you start worrying about family, you're fucked.
Once you start turkey basting, it'll be all over for you.
That all comes out pre-tax.
It's all pre-tax, yeah.
And if something happens and you have to get that money, it is still your money. You can still get it.
Yeah.
You will have to pay the taxes and fees and stuff to get it, but
it's still not as much as it's still not right, and it's not as much as a loan. It's not as much as
actually you can even borrow against your 401ks, so that technically the interest you're paying is the interest your 401k would have been earning.
Now that should be like your last resort, if you have an emergency that springs up. But I get it.
Withdrawing is a last resort.
Yes,
borrowing
withdrawing
against it is actually a better idea than borrowing any other kind of short-term loan. It's so much better than a payday loan.
Yeah.
Okay. So, also if you're scared of the stock market messing with your money, like Acorns, you can use Digit, which is a similar system. It didn't work as well for me, but
I use that so much.
Yeah.
Like I withdraw from that. Like I have to admit, quite a lot more than I should.
So, I have two more things that I want to talk about. Want to do. One is trivia.
All right.
And then I don't know who has watched WandaVision yet.
I have watched up till episode 3.
I have not started it.
Oof.
Jim, have you watched any of it? No, he doesn't watch Marvel things.
No, I haven't.
David, have you watched any of it?
No, I have not.
All right. Well, then I won't spoil anything because that's rude.
Is it good?
But I hated it. I hated the first 2 episodes.
Oh, you hated the first 2 episodes?
I hated the first 2 episodes with a passion.
I liked the first 2 episodes.
You're a monster, and you're an old man, and that
okay.
Makes
So
sense.
let me ask you this: like, why did it bother you so much?
Because if I wanted to watch that shit, I would watch Bewitched or something like that.
Yeah, I get it. So,
if you can't tell by the trailers that have been out
for months
it's set. Like, the trailers show black and white, like, I Love Lucy era TV.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's what the first 2 episodes are.
And 4:3 aspect ratio.
I didn't even notice that because I was on my computer. Dude. I was on my computer on my ultra wide, so it's already kind of fucky.
So, the reason why it benefited me greatly is that we're watching it in the living room on the TV. Julia has, like a framed picture thing she hasn't put up yet, but it's so large she has it like tucked into between the TV stand and the wall, and it cuts off the screen from my chair from where I was sitting. Wasn't a problem with WandaVision because
that's spoilers. What the fuck? The sneak peek trailer is full of spoilers
because you're watching it for post episode 4. It's teasing the rest of the season.
Where's the actual trailer that came out months ago?
Oh, I don't know. Anyways, from the trailer, you can watch it. It's basically different decades of TV.
Oh, God, I hate it.
I actually enjoyed it because it was kind of like, all right, which decade are we in now? Which is really cool. And interestingly enough, for Vision, when it was black and white, he wasn't painted his normal red color. They had to paint him blue for it to show up properly.
Huh.
So, I don't know.
They color corrected it?
Hey.
Well, David, by color correcting, you mean turning it black and white, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They had to paint him differently so it showed as possibly the different color in black and white.
Right.
It showed him up better in monochrome. Basically.
David, I have a question for you.
Yeah,
Since you're probably one of the bigger Marvel comic persons here. I don't think this is the case for the show.
But
how did House of M start?
Oh, I don't want to get into it.
Was it her going crazy?
Honestly, I can't remember the exact thing that started the whole Marvel House of M thing. I really only got introduced to it because of Spider-Man.
Okay.
So I never really kind of, aside from like the weird fuckery that it does in the background, and I never really actually got into the origins of House of M.
All right, got it. So, like I said, so I started watching it today because I was preparing for this podcast, and the first 2 episodes pissed me off, and I was so prepared to fucking tear possibly Geoff a new asshole because there's no way this show's good. And then I watched the next 2 episodes. It's like, all right, it's all right now.
Well, and it's probably because you're so used to like the Marvel
continuity, but you kind of have to expect the continuity to be changed whenever it's her involved.
Yes, but also this is firmly what I believe is preparing everyone for weird Marvel.
Yeah.
And I mean like really weird Marvel.
You've gotten my attention.
I think there's going to be a lot of Marvel coming up that is going to turn people off because I think they're trying to diversify. They're trying to make it
if you look at what we've got coming out, we've got the new Doctor Strange movie,
Multiverse of Madness.
So there's going to be a lot of fuckery there. The new Spider-Man movie
that was supposed to be a horror movie, right?
Kind of.
Yeah.
That's what it's been described as.
What, 2 years from now? Though?
If they're gonna stop being the superhero genre and like branch out into horror and like
Bring Black
sitcom and all this other stuff, I think it's gonna be great.
Yes. As a person who couldn't give a shit about any of the Marvel superhero movies except for maybe Iron Man and Doctor Strange, I'm all for it because it's boring as shit to me. And I think they're gonna have those fans still, but they're gonna get people like me back who doesn't want the same goddamn movie over and over and over and over again. So I'm super stoked for all this.
Let me make it clear.
Eternals is one thing that's coming out that's huge.
And I love that comic. Eternals is one of my favorite comics.
Yeah.
Let me make it clear. If you like Marvel, you should watch WandaVision. You should watch all these series that are going to come out over the next year or two.
But be prepared because eventually there's going to be stuff that you don't like.
Uh-huh.
Because they are definitely trying to make everything different.
They're twisting things. And then they have to throw in the X-Men at some point. That's going to throw a wrench into
the fact that I heard, and I got real excited and then real bummed out when I heard they weren't doing it. The thought of them making a rated R Deadpool / Wolverine like road trip movie. That was supposedly supposed to happen.
Be happening.
I'd be so happy.
But doesn't the road trip movie already exist? Isn't that Logan?
I mean, but I mean, yes, and I love that.
Oh, bear in mind, I've never seen Logan.
Oh, Logan is very good. Logan is one that I think people should watch. But man, just the thought of those two with their history, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it has been confirmed Deadpool 3 will be R-rated. And taking place in the MCU.
That was literally my follow-up.
It is, yeah. They confirmed. Kevin Feige confirmed it, so that's huge.
Cool. No, that's awesome.
So I mean, we've got Eternals. We got Captain.
Are you saying internals or
Eternals?
Eternals.
Oh,
Eternals. What is that?
Oh, that's.
Whew.
Like
you want to take that one?
Whenever I think Eternals, I think of like Galactus and like that level.
Now, Jim, why don't you just give a brief summary of it? If you can.
So,
Eternals.
Think ghetto X-Men.
It's okay. So basically, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the Eternals were basically a team put together.
Is this the Kumail movie?
Yes, Kumail Nanjiani will be in it.
Where basically, basically it was just a bunch of kind of offshoot superheroes. It's I think they're called humanoids.
Inhuman.
No, I think I can't remember, but Inhumanoids, and like I think some of them are called Deviants. It's almost like a Suicide Squad, but that's not even doing it justice because it's like a Suicide Squad for Marvel. But it's basically kind of rejects that are put into play when specific superheroes aren't able to be there. Kind of like how Fantastic Four had FF, which was better than any Fantastic Four property. But I'm doing a terrible job explaining it. It's very good though.
When the Celestials visited Earth 1 million years ago and performed genetic experiments on early proto-humanity, they created two divergent races, the long-lived Eternals and the genetically unstable and monstrously grotesque Deviants.
Yeah, I remember Deviants.
These experiments also led to the capacity for more superpowered mutations in humans. They also performed this experiment on other planets, such as the Kree and Skrull homeworlds, with similar results. So basically, offshoot of Celestials, which, if I'm not mistaken, Celestials are
like Galactus and all that.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm just excited for Loki.
Oh,
I'm watching the Loki trailer.
That looks great.
Bonkers, dude.
It looks great.
On my last day working from home, I watched both Infinity War and Endgame again.
Nice.
I forgot how good Endgame is.
Endgame is phenomenal.
I haven't watched it more than once. It's just such a long.
I watched it
thing.
I've watched it for the first time
after the
movies. I would
movies.
say it's still better than Harry Potter Deathly Hallows 1.
Well, that's not a high bar.
What? Why are you comparing those two things?
Like, that's not...
Well, because like I think of Endgame and Infinity War as one movie. Split into two.
That's like a 9-hour movie.
I watched both of them a couple months ago for the first time.
What'd you think?
It was so goddamn predictable and boring to me. Like, I don't know. That's why, like, I don't like to talk about this stuff because I feel like this stuff is so personal to so many people, and I don't understand it past phase 1.
Okay.
I just don't think you got as invested as some people did.
No, 100% correct. Yep, 100% correct.
I mean, like I to this day, people are like, "Oh yeah, Marvel! I saw that the other day, like at home or whatever." I was like, "I've seen every single one of these fucking films in theaters."
Yeah, like every single one in theaters. Most of them were midnight releases that I watched.
Yeah, like it's just like, and it's just because, especially with Endgame and Infinity War. Thank you. You like, this is such a big fucking deal. Like, it's the culmination of like however many years it took to get here.
It's a lot of properties.
I think
you didn't want to get it spoiled.
I think if I would have. So I'm not going to spoil anything, but like I, watched the end of the movie and, the major thing and I'm talking about Endgame happens,
Look. At this point, I think everybody already knows about it.
So it's also 2019.
Are you guys okay if I?
Of course.
Okay. Yes, dude. It's been
so when Thanos snaps his fingers and Iron Man.
How dare you?
That's Infinity War.
Infinity War. But like,
the cloud.
But like watching, I watched it and I was like, oh, okay, got it. And then
wait. So Spider-Man didn't bring you to tears. You didn't feel like a pull of the heart at all.
Couldn't give a fuck about Spider-Man or Tom Holland or any of those people involved. But
I thought David was a monster,
right?
But then I watched. I think it might have been like a TikTok of a midnight screening when he snaps his fingers and takes out Iron Man, and the fucking pain, the collective pain in the audience, like it gave me chills. Maybe I would have appreciated those movies more if I would have seen them in theaters,
dude,
and had those reactions.
The moment that Cap got Thor's hammer, in the theater.
Oh, the whole theater.
The entire theater just went
wild.
fucking ballistic.
That's why I watched it.
That gave me chills.
There's a YouTube video of premiere night audience reactions of both movies.
Yeah.
And I was watching that because I just wanted to watch like little clips of it. And then I was like, oh, I have to watch them now.
There's signature moments.
After the snap, all I remember is just being flabbergasted. Like, no words. Like, they just took out.
Dude.
I knew it was going to happen, but it doesn't prepare you.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, I knew it was going to happen too. And just sitting there, like, with nobody, kind of just by myself on the couch, like, yeah, that's what I thought would happen. Like, I didn't have, because I remember seeing specific movies, like, with you guys.
Yeah.
Like, and having those types of emotions, like even just surrounded by you guys, like,
you know what,
it made everything cooler.
The next movie you want to watch that's like historic or whatever, right? Let's see if we could do it as a watch party.
Okay.
Or we can rent out Alamo Draft House.
Or rent out Alamo. I'll do it. I don't care at this point.
I would too.
Just because I think that's exactly what happened to you is that you just missed, like,
you're not feeding off the emotion of the crowd.
The moment when the fucking portals opened up and like Black Panther steps through, everybody was just like,
on your left.
Fuck yes.
So you got to keep in mind, I watched both those movies after Chadwick had died already.
Oops.
Yeah,
so those were the parts that like hit me. Like,
so Jim, if I told you we could go watch Back to the Future.
Wait, first off,
hold on. I've still never seen Civil War or Homecoming or any of the Tom Holland Spider-Man. I haven't seen any of the Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Upsetting.
All right, let's see what's going on at Alamo. Actually,
I just said Back to the Future, Batman '89.
No.
No.
Yes.
E.T., Jaws.
It has to be a movie he has not seen.
These are some of my favorite movies of all time.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Has to be a movie he hasn't seen, though.
Jurassic Park, Monty Python, The Holy Grail, Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Classic. The best Tim Burton movie.
Shrek.
I'd argue with you on that one.
That's fine. Most people would.
Tenet.
Tenet looks boring as fuck.
Dude. Oh.
Iron Giant?
It was so disappointing.
Iron Giant.
It looks boring as fuck to me.
How are you disappointed? How did you not know it was going to fail?
Weird Science.
How was I disappointed? Okay.
No, I said, how did you not know you were going to be disappointed?
Because I love Christopher Nolan films.
Well,
I like
the
every
only
one
good
of them.
film that he made was still a shit film.
Oh
no, because Batman Begins and Dark Knight were good. Batman Begins was excellent. Dark Knight was good.
Okay, David, did you see Interstellar?
Yes.
You saw Inception.
Was that an option? No,
and you're fucking wrong. Fuck you and your opinion.
So I thought Inception was better than Interstellar, but I didn't particularly like either one of those movies either.
Can we all go watch The Shining?
The Shining?
Oh, The Shining is one of my favorite movies of all time.
I agree with you, Jim, on that one. I watched both. I thought Inception was better.
Yeah.
Do we have $162 to spare?
Yeah, fuck yeah. I'll do it.
I'm not watching The Shining.
The Shining?
Oh, it's so good.
I'm not.
I saw your picture earlier, Jim, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a big old pussy when it comes to scary movies.
See, and
that's not what I would consider a scary movie, though.
The Shining?
No.
Really? I would say it's one of the best scary movies of all time.
No.
Nightmare on Elm Street is also here.
Cool. I like those movies. I have the whole set
There's
of those.
nothing on this
The
list.
original Blade.
Here's Johnny.
Yeah, there's nothing on here that's making me want to go rent this movie theater.
Let's go watch Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Okay, look, hold on. Is Starship Troopers on there?
No.
Oh, Shaun of the Dead's on there.
I saw Shaun of the Dead. I was like, Jeff's gonna.
Oh, no, we've got it. The Lego Batman movie.
Will Arnett.
Oh,
that was actually a good movie.
I like that movie.
Oh, hell no. Not the Never-Ending Story.
Never-Ending Story.
Fuck that movie.
But the value, you pay $168 and you get more minutes.
February 12th, The Birdcage.
You pay $168 for a long fucking hot dog.
And then you also have to buy a certain amount of food as well.
Yeah.
See, and there's so little I can fucking eat there.
Look,
so I'd be fucked.
Get the fuck out of here.
I like Bridesmaids.
I mean, I'm sure you do, Jim.
Hey-o.
What?
Ooh, we could watch Xanadu.
No.
Xanadu's a fucking classic.
Mamma mia.
We have different terms for classic, Jim.
Hey, we could rent out the theater for Valentine's Day.
Fuck that.
Who? Why?
For what?
Just kidding.
Why?
Also, Kong versus Godzilla is gonna be stupid.
Well, so talking about that too, like HBO Max,
the best service
is. Oh, actually, David, did you see what's coming out March 18th?
No.
Genlock.
The Snyder Cut.
Oh yeah, that's right. On HBO Max.
On HBO Max,
Yes.
Snyder Cut's coming.
I'm ready. It's gonna be completely shitty. You know that, right?
Oh, I'm fully prepared for that.
Oh yeah, I'm not
But
even expecting.
I'll pay. What is it? $15 right now.
$0. Oh, Ready Player One's on there.
Hold on. This is what ticks me off about Geoff. He will sit there and bitch about a streaming service for an entire month of $15, but happily throw down like $80 to go out with his wife and sit. And
fuck you, wanting to spend the night with your wife.
You want to know the difference,
bitch?
He puts down that $80, and then that $80 is spent and gone. It's not going to spend itself again next month when he forgets to use it.
Yeah. Also, it's a better experience in a theater. Like, I'm sorry.
Zack Snyder?
No, it's not. You're going to Alamo. It's not a better experience.
It's not.
The same
Than my
experience.
house?
Yes, your TV screen is the same exact size as theirs.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. They're tiny ass screens.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something here, David, right now.
What?
I would like you to go to Alamo one day.
Already.
No. Hear me out. All right, just hear me out. I want you to ask them what projector do they have, and how big is their screen, and what sound system do they have, and then when you get all that information and look it up and actually like properly say that it's good, then I want you to shut the fuck up and say that your house system is terrible in comparison.
I mean, I sold you a good TV.
I'm not saying that, Todd. What I am saying is,
you know what David's issue with the place is?
What?
That it's an old school themed theater,
also,
and it's not opulent.
He's too big for the chairs.
Listen,
I fit in the chairs just fine.
Don't fucking lie to me.
The theater down the road, what is it?
You have problems sitting in the chairs, Todd?
Yes, I have problems sitting in those
not
chairs.
Cinemark.
Palladium?
You know, I've literally
not Palladium. Studio Movie Girl. Studio Movie Girl has like that fucking Samsung black
right down the road.
OLED.
Studio Movie Girl's trash.
Yeah.
I mean, the one I went to, I was so desperate to watch Star Wars the Last Hope or whatever, the whatever that
Last Skywalker.
Yeah, the really shitty ending. I was until that
Palpatine.
very last episode that just fucking ruined it all for me.
The last Palpatine.
That's what ruined it for you.
No, well, the second.
Jim, hot take. He likes that movie.
You like that movie?
I did.
I did too.
Why?
We talked about it on a podcast.
Because I'm not super fucking picky when it comes
to
this shit.
To it.
No,
listen,
sorry,
it's not my favorite Star Wars movie.
No.
But
by comparison, Solo was better.
No, Attack of the Clones is the best movie.
Oh,
that's my wife's favorite. Like legit.
Oh, well, clearly that means I'm wrong.
I like Solo too, so.
I never saw Solo.
I prefer Phantom Menace because Jar Jar gets the most screen time.
I like him.
Do you mean Sith Lord Binks?
Okay, let me put it this way: Attack of the Clones better than Phantom Menace.
Better than 3.
It's the best. It's one of the best out of the 3.
One of the best out of the 8.
Revenge of the Sith was fucking
9.
great.
I love Revenge of the Sith. I thought Revenge of the Sith was excellent.
That heart.
You know what ruined it though? Very end of the movie. No,
guys,
that killed it for me.
I just don't understand. I just don't understand that feeling where one single act ruins. I've never got that. It's the same reason why people are like that all-female Ghostbusters movie ruined the whole franchise. Like, why? Like, those movies still exist.
No,
calm down. And I'm not comparing you to those people because you're much better than those people.
No, it's because it's one of those things where you're watching it and you're like, oh man, they did such a good job with this. It's working up to it. And then in one moment, it just has such like it has such a cheesy part that just ruins the rest of the good stuff that happens.
Like it could have been better.
It could have been better.
Many ways.
Like if he just screamed, would it have been better?
If they had cut that scene like 30 seconds earlier, like just completely removed the scream, just had him breathing.
If he had been silent and just like crushing everything around him,
that would have been excellent. Just
like feeling his like anger, that would have been great.
But that to me just showed like that he is still such an infantile person inside to have that type of reaction. That's what that did to me.
I feel like the only reason why it sounded stupid was because it was the different voice.
What do you mean?
If it was more of a Hayden Christensen sounding voice,
oh yeah,
it would have been completely different.
That's kind of one of the problems, right? It's that we went from Hayden Christensen
straight to
James Earl Jones like immediately, and you're like, okay, well, I get it. He's in the suit now, but like, I don't know.
Also, maybe he had to rebuild his entire vocal cords.
Yeah,
he was burnt. Yeah, he was
a little
burnt.
bit toasty.
But didn't he like reach out to Palpatine, like say something?
No, man, because if you look at what happens when your body gets set on fire, like
I mean, this is not the real world, though, Geoff.
That smoke ruins your esophagus, your vocal cords. Like that's one of the first things to go for life.
Also, getting a laser sword through you probably
sure,
fucking hurts.
Absolutely. I'm just saying, like
real life.
I'm just saying, like these things aren't necessarily things that took me out of the movie.
So what you're saying is that you should get burnt by lava so you have the godly voice of James Earl Jones.
Is that the option?
Because I don't think that's a great lesson to teach.
I don't think it's a great lesson to teach. Nobody thought of that. Nobody thought that, Geoff.
Well,
and on that note, let's end the show.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you want more content like this, we'll be back in 2 weeks. Next week is also retrospects. You are doing
football
games in honor of the Super Bowl, which you should probably put out the day of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So if you want to hear more of us talk about science fiction, fantasy, role-playing, video games, and DC Comics, stick around for the post-show or Patreon-exclusive post-show or the live stream. We're about to talk about that thing that he just brought up. We will be playing a trivia game. It's Jeopardy.
Jeopardy.
Those were the topics. I was just throwing that out there. One other thing we want to bring up. Geoff and David had an idea, and they executed it, and I don't know how it went. So, Geoff, tell me about Barbecue Show.
All right, so coming soon as of this Friday. We'll be having our first episode. It's called Pitmaster's Craft.
Is that one word or 2 words?
It is one word because it's grammatically correct, and I'm so sorry.
2 words.
Nope, it's one word.
Pitmaster is one word, and craft is another.
Nope, it's one word.
This is our big argument, by the way.
We'll figure it out later. It's in the chat. You'll see it.
Okay.
So you combine Pitmaster and craft?
No.
You said it was one word.
Pitmaster is one word.
Giant word.
But Pitmaster's Craft would be 2 words or 3 words, right?
It's 2 words.
Okay. Making sure.
It's
Making
Pitmasters.
Sure
we're just clarifying here.
It's Pitmasters.
What? No hyphen?
Craft. I'm going to murder you, David. Anyways.
Vegans don't have these kind of arguments.
Vegans
don't. You know what? I'm going to go to a vegan restaurant now and be like, this food is terrible. Anyways, Pitmaster's Craft coming out Friday. Basically, we
name the actual date, please.
Friday,
February
6th. February 5th. Thank you, February 5th. It's gonna be on our YouTube channel. I don't think
we don't have a vanity URL.
Yeah, we don't have that yet.
Sorry, we have to have like 10,000 subscribers, and we have like 2.
So this is episode 1, though. Basically, our goal is just to travel to as many different barbecue places, not only in Texas, but possibly around the country.
We're going to go to North Carolina and talk shit about their barbecue.
Probably.
Let's do it.
Probably. And these aren't like chains for the most part. We're going to like individual places.
I forgot about my idea.
Uh-oh. The very first spot we went to is Pinkerton's Barbecue. You'll be able to see our reactions in the video. So
in Houston.
So please tune in to Pitmaster's Craft. Hope y'all enjoy it, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, so none of that crap like Rudy's. None of that crap like
someone told me the other day we should go
Spring Creek.
What is it?
Don't you ruin my idea. Don't you ruin my idea. That was my show. You stay the fuck out of it. I was going to make a show that posted the opposite weeks of you, where I went to like every fucking chain one, like God. Dickies, which is the one that Geoff was thinking of.
Dickies.
Fuck that.
And then like Coulter's and fuck all these fucking chains.
You can tell just how much this was barbecued.
Exactly.
Microwaved.
Exactly. So once again,
hold on. They still left the plastic bag on top of the broccoli.
So once again, Pitmaster's Craft coming out Friday the 5th. Retrospects will be out Super Bowl Sunday, unless Jim doesn't get it out on time.
Nope, Super Bowl Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday. We appreciate you, Jim. This video will be up on Facebook, which is facebook.com/realrantingmedia. We are streaming at least 3 days a week on twitch.tv/rantingmedia. Please give us a follow. We're going for affiliate. We are 8 follows away from 50.
7 followers.
7 followers away from 50. We really appreciate it. We are about to do the post show, which includes Jeopardy. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Bye.